course, not too long ago, he played out of one of your rooms.
Yep.
Down there at first break.
Yep. He ended up playing James Arenas. That was a great match too.
Great match, and just a lot of these guys say they have some issues playing Kachi because he plays very slow, very methodical.
Well, I mean, he's just so fundamentally sound. I mean, it's just. I understand he plays a little bit slower, but when you actually watch him shoot, I actually like watching his videos. I really do. When I'm watching videos now, I used to watch a lot of Shane Van Boning, but I'll pick this kid up and watch his videos, and it's just so fundamentally sound. Everything he does is just spot on. So it really kind of makes you look at your game and find out what you're doing.
Yeah, sure, of course. Steve Kurtz, thanks for joining us. Yeah, if Mikey Fingers, we have so many great players here, so hopefully we'll get Fingers on a TV table match at some point. But right now, we're bringing you Dylan Sphor versus Ronnie Alcano, the Volcano, and Dylan wins the lag, so he will be breaking.
I hope this will be. I mean, I think we all kind of expect Ronnie to win, but I want to see a good match here. I think Dylan can definitely do well here.
Yeah, he definitely. I watched him play before. He definitely can run out. Good kid. Lacks, of course, he's young, so he lacks a little bit of the experience that Ronnie has.
Got the nice lights out shirt on.
Yeah, he just picked that up at the expo. So
nice.
Thank you to Dylan and his father, Tim Sphor, for the support. Of course, Lights Out Billiards, one of my companies, sponsor of the Maryland State events. So we always appreciate On the Hill Productions having us here. A great turnout. You obviously wearing the Lights Out gear and part of our crew. So
yep. I got mine on today. I got my Skippy jersey on.
Skippy jerseys. Too bad Tony Manny's not here.
Saturday is Skippy. Sunday is. So I'm telling you, I can't wear the Dietzenbach one until I get to the money.
Until you get to the money.
That's the money jersey.
I love it.
That's my Sunday jersey.
So Dylan doesn't have a terrible layout here. I mean, 5 and a 6, but if you can get a good position on the 5. So got to be careful here with the bridge. There you go.
Table, I guess I'm up. All right, sir.
So Dietz, thanks for joining us here, and good luck. He's playing Greg Sabins.
All right.
So we'll see you shortly.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Thank you. So a little unforced error there by Dylan Sphor. Misses the 5 ball. So he's going to allow Ronnie to get back to the table here. So a good shot by Ronnie Alcano. Cuts the 5 ball up into the corner pocket. Gets a little bit short here on the 6 ball. That's no problem for Ronnie. Wow, just avoids the side pocket. Comes around for perfect position on the 9. And just like that, Dylan misses the 5 ball, and Ronnie capitalizes on it, and he will go up 1-0. So if you guys are just joining us, we're here at Champion Billiards and Cafe in Frederick, Maryland for the Maryland State 9-Ball Championship. This is your second TV table match of the day. We have Ronnie Alcano versus young Dylan Sphor. Race to 7, Texas Express rules.
Randy Davis, Nick Romanowski, table 8. Randy Davis, Nick Romanowski, table 8.
Alternating break format here, so Ronnie will be breaking. If you're just tuned in, please hit the share button for this great event. Big break by Ronnie, pockets the 9. Nine ball does spot on the break. Wow. Great shot there by Ronnie Alcano to get position on the 2. He doesn't have an easy shot here. If you guys are listening to us on the stream, just let me know that you can hear me okay, if you don't mind. Thank you for the compliments. Saw Ra Hannah was on earlier. Ra, appreciate you. Thank you for all you guys are doing for pool as well out there. Just one big community, so try to support everybody that we can. So appreciate you joining in here. So Ronnie misses the 2 ball. And it looks like he left a little bit of a window here for young Dylan Sphor for the 2. Oh, and he's must have a little bit of the nerves here. Misses the 2. It looks like he snookers Ronnie behind the 3 ball. Ronnie tries to cut the 2 ball up in the corner. Comes up a little short. He's going to let young Dylan back at the table. So Dylan will just pocket this ball a little outside English. Roll down for position on the 3. So he's taking a look here, see what he wants to do here with the 4 ball. Great shot there by Dylan. Comes off the rail just past the 9, so he can pocket the 4 ball on this side. This is just a little punch-out shot. He played the 5 in the same pocket. He doesn't quite get the cue ball up where he would like. Still has a cut shot here on it. So good shot there by Dylan. He can just pull this cue ball right off the rail. Same thing here. Hit a little draw shot here off the rail. Oof, almost scratches. Flirted a little bit with that side pocket, but ends up coming out okay. He escapes the side pocket and ties it up. It is 1-1, Dylan Sphor and Ronnie Alcano. Alternating breaks. So Dylan Sphor will stay at the table. Roddy goes ahead and he pockets the 9-ball since it was sitting there in the corner. Gets it right out of there. Going to have Brandon Schuff joining me here in the booth to commentate this match. Welcome, Brandon.
Hey, Jake, how you doing, buddy?
Great, man. We have Brandon Schuff here in the booth.
Hey, everybody, how's everything going? Looks like a pretty intense match here.
Yeah, so as you know, I mean, you know both of these players, Ronnie the Volcano Alcano, of course, world champion player, and young Dylan Sphor.
Yeah, I've fallen victim to Ronnie the last 2 times we've played. Have had a hard time adjusting to his style of play. You know, watching his pace at the table. Sometimes that's an issue when you play different players and stuff like that. But this kid Dylan here, I don't think I've seen too much about him. Do you know where he's from?
Yeah, he's from PA, and I believe he's 16 years old. So he's won a couple different juniors championships, and really is just an up-and-coming young player.
Yeah, that's good. Looks like he's got some talent. Pretty young. It's nice to see these young guys out here mixing it in.
Absolutely. So did you play your first match yet?
No, I was just over there at the bracket trying to take a peek at it and see when I might play. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But no rush here. That's a nice shot right there. Up and down. Need a little bump.
Yeah, so the 4-ball is all the way up table there, Brandon. What do you like here? You like going down?
When the rails are a little more bouncy, this shot you'd like to go forward.
Wow.
But it deserves a little more attention. You know, when you play a shot that involves more rails and more traveling on your cue ball, you know, I like to categorize it in my mind as like a come-with shot.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I try to address it a little harder and give it a little more attention that it deserves, you know. But rhythm pool is a big thing, you know. People, all great players fall into a rhythm, and you try to want to keep it there, you know
Sure.
what I mean? So now you're into the realm of taking your time in the right areas while paying attention to your rhythm.
So Ronnie gets out of line a little bit here on the 4-ball.
I think
Almost scratched, actually.
Yeah, you think he's shoot it in the side? Oh, bank it. That's a good shot.
Yeah, a lot of Filipino players, very good at banks, very good at kicks. Of course, you're no stranger to banks.
Yeah, the Filipinos are pretty well-rounded in the all-around spectrum. The natural talent, everything is pretty strong with the Filipinos, especially, with everything that's going on in the Philippines. They
Sure.
breed some of the best players right now.
So pretty automatic here for Ronnie. Gets straight in here on the 9. And he's going to go up 2-1.
Yeah, pretty tough field here this week. I think they had more players than the last Maryland State, right?
Yeah, we are. I think we're at 80 some players, and of course some of this is probably one of the stronger fields that the Maryland State has had thus far. So of course we have you, Sean Wilkie. Both of you guys are hometown favorites here from this area, and then now you have Kachi, who's down here. Of course, Ronnie Alcano, who was here before, and then you have James Aranis, and even Jennifer Beretta made the trip down. So.
Yeah, real strong field here. I heard that Clinty beat Corteza in that big challenge match just recently.
Yeah, I saw that. He won 30-22.
Wow.
And he definitely got the cash there. And of course, that's right after his big win against Aranis. He played him a couple months ago.
That's right. Man, there's been all kinds of success happening in our circle. James took down the Efren retirement tournament.
Oh, great.
And that was definitely a big major.
That was a huge win for him. He had to double dip Chris Mellon in the finals.
Yeah.
And very, very strong showing by James Aranis. So.
Yeah, I've been telling people, that James is pretty much the leading phenom Filipino player of this generation. You know what I mean? I mean, there's others that are great like him, like the Jericho Benares and Jeffrey Ignacio and DeLuna and a few of them guys. But the way James is doing things right now, he's leading the way.
It's funny because when I talked to James, he told me that when Roy went over to sponsor him and bring him over, that he wasn't even, one of the best players, in the Philippines at the time. But since he's been over here, he plays about 8 hours a day, and it's really showed a difference, in his ability and his skill level now.
Well, I mean, the Philippines is, obviously one of the greatest places to be to compete with top-level players, and they breed some of the best players, like I was saying earlier. But at the end of the day, we all know that the mecca of pool is still in America.
Sure,
it's
absolutely.
Still here. You got to come here, and this is the place to be. And watching the success that James has had is proven that.
So Dylan tries to. Didn't really have much of a shot there, so he tries to bring the 5 ball down here. I guess tie it up with the 7 ball, but.
Yeah, I think he was trying to carom the 8 ball in there, and he just didn't hit it hard enough, to get to it, and it exposed the 5 a little bit. Well, he was playing the combo there. I thought it could have went straight in.
He misses a combo. He's going to let Dylan come back here, but.
I wonder what the shot is here. I think the 5 does go past the 8. I got a feeling like he will try to shoot it. It's a good shot.
Yeah. That was a good shot. Nestles the cue ball up there on the 6.
Yeah, when you can choose a safety that pins the cue ball in between the object ball and the rail, those are usually the most difficult situations, or they create the most difficult situations to kick out of. So, people don't pass up the safeties in this situation too much,
So Ronnie took a look at coming off the rail there, the side rail, but I don't think he likes it because he's so close, right?
Yeah, I don't think he can get to it, or he can't get to it at a good speed.
Right. He might even be looking to come off the long rail here, right?
Oh.
He's got a big pocket with the 8 ball.
He's going to come this way with some English.
Yeah.
This
Eight
is a
ball
good
helps
shot.
as a helper there.
Sure is. Oh, he tried the
Oh.
2-railer.
Wow.
Oh, see, I would have tried to 1-rail that.
I'm actually very surprised by that shot.
Yeah. And those situations come up sometimes, you know, when you're how do I say it? When you're not feeling so threatened
Right.
by not knowing your opponent, and you can obviously tell that, you know, you're the favorite. Sometimes you make more drastic decisions and go ahead and shoot what you feel real quicker. But not trying to downplay anything about Dylan, but, you know, on paper, you know, Ronnie knows
sure,
that
right.
he's the favorite here, so he's going to shoot a shot more quicker versus if he's playing James Aranis first round, he
Sure.
might quadruple check everything.
Well, I think Ronnie's going to get another look here at what happens when you make a mistake against this young kid. You know, a lot of times with these younger guys, Brandon, you know, a lot of them are just filled with, you know, fire and, you know, they're fearless a little bit, so they go
That's
for
right.
some shots,
That's right.
you know.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm noticing about Dylan here is he's loving to get down on that shot and get it done, not wasting any time.
Oh, wow.
But this is what happens when
Yeah.
you don't waste any time. Sometimes the speed is unfamiliar. So, but I would love to see a close match here all the way and have this kid try to, you know, spark a moment for himself. You
for
know,
sure.
nice. Oh, get out. Oh, see, too rhythmy. That's all right. Mistakes like that tend to happen when you know, you're not familiar with how bouncy the rails are. You know, because, you know, let's say these rails weren't as bouncy, that ball probably would have went long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, he's got to be careful because we talked about, like, a lot of these younger kids are fearless, but at the same time, you know, you got to make sure that, yes, you made that mistake. You got to forget about that. You can't let it get in your head and continue to fester while you're playing this match. So he's got to forget about it here, come with a good break.
Yeah, he can't afford to give up another game because with the alternate break format, it's so critical to not fall behind more than 2 games because then you have to fade more than one serve from your opponent, and that makes it terrible. But I will tell you a good point though. I was talking with Wilkie about it for a little while. We was over there hanging out with Rob Metz and Sean Wilkie, and that was when players lose matches, they remember every single little critical thing that happened against them or what went wrong,
Sure.
or you remember what happened, and you know, and then the person who wins the match might not remember because he won. But when you win the match, you only remember the 1 or 2 good things that you did to come with it to finish the set.
Right.
You forget the bad things that happened, and so regardless if Dylan pulls through the set or not, his mistakes are gonna
Right.
they're gonna magnify, and he's gonna learn a lot from them. I really enjoy watching these young kids coming up firing at stuff, man. I love it.
It's important. It's the future of this great game that we love, so it's important that we support them as well. And looks like Kachi just finished his match 7-0 over there, so he will continue on the winner side. Ronnie bumps the 9 ball, but
Little bump shape.
yeah, bumped right into shape.
Kind of pushed that ball a little bit, but that's all right. It ended up perfect.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do much here with 6. He'll just slide this down. Leave himself an angle to come up for the 8.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Forward 2 rails, maybe get to the 3rd rail. Nope, 2 rails.
And just a little mistake there by Dylan to go 2-2, and then just like that, now we have Ronnie's up 4-1. So how the tides turn sometimes, Brandon, When you miss that one key shot.
Yeah, it all comes down to one. We could always trace everything back to one situation.
So what is on your schedule, Brandon, coming up here? You play all over the place.
Man, I got a lot of stuff coming up. Actually, kind of glad you asked. There's so many tournaments going on right now. I don't even know which ones I'm going to be able to make it to. You know, I mean, and then with the entry fees getting all big these days,
sure,
it's like unbelievable.
Are you going to be up in the Whirlpool Series next weekend? You think?
I actually cannot make that. I lost. Unfortunately, I lost my father on April 3rd, so we're doing a service for him during that weekend, and that's why I can't make it there. So otherwise, I'd love to go support Darren. You know, I like what he does and everything, and you know, they're working hard to fix everything they're doing and make it as good as they can for all the players. And but I'll get to the next ones, you know, because I had some good starts, some good finishes in his tournament.
Sure.
You know, when Ruslan won his tournament, I was the only person that went hill in a shootout with Ruslan when he won, but that didn't make the 10-page article that they made. So I'm just an American, so, you know. But no, what's on my schedule is Big Dog Billiards. The Midwest Expo is coming up at the end of the month, and they got a big $1,000 entry, pocket tournament, and the banks and all that. So I'll be out there, and they're also I don't know if it's hit the mainstream yet, but a couple players have posted on Facebook about the Moscone Cup and how they're starting the selection process with that, with 16 players. And fortunately, I am one of those 16 players to progress with the boot camps that Johan and Jeremy Jones will be doing.
Very good.
And first boot camp is going to be at Big Dogs, and then the second one will be in Vegas in July.
Oh, wow.
So, my slate's been cleaning up a little bit, and I got a few opportunities coming on board right now. And the Moscone Cup obviously is dear to my heart because I've been there before, and
sure.
I've got a lot of experience, and I keep quiet with a lot of things, but there's a lot going on with American Pool, and it looks like things are going in the right direction. So let's see what happens.
There you go.
Oh, that was a good jump, but that was a good jump shot by Dylan, but it definitely deserved a little more, focus and stay in the shot before you execute. You know, you can't just get up in 1, 2, or maybe even 3-stroke everything,
Yeah.
you know.
He unfortunately leaves a shot there for Ronnie on the 1. Allows him to get a position here on the 2.
Bump the 6.
Yeah, I don't like this so much.
I cut this ball in.
Like back cutting it in and coming right into the 9.
Yeah, he might even be able to miss the 9, and go in between the 4-9 and up table and try to hold the cue ball for the 4 in the corner. I don't know. The beautiful thing about 9-ball is there's always options. Or the beautiful thing about pool is there's always options. He might play safe. Bank it in the side. Oh, what?
Oh, wow.
All right. There must have been a lot of options there, and I don't know what happened. So, anyway, Dylan's got ball in hand here, and
very
come on, kid, let's get out.
There you go. Let's root the kid.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, everything's open now for him, so.
Yeah, this is a big game. This is a big rack. And keep in mind, it's a race to 7 with alternate breaks. I mean, there's a lot of pros here, and there's a lot of top-level amateur players, man. I mean, these sets, you don't have to cave into the guy who you think may be the pro or whatnot. Yeah, this kid's got a lot of passion. I can see it.
Oh, no.
All right, now he's going to have to come with something here. Is it dead straight? I think he can follow forward, 2 rails, come back down table, it looks like.
Yeah, that would be the shot. Just got to put a nice stroke on it.
Nice shot, kid. Yeah, that's no fear right there.
Right.
That's one of the things you got to have.
Trevor Dent's table 4, Brandon Schuff, Trevor Dent's
There you go.
table
Brandon
4.
gets called. He's playing Trevor Dent's.
All right, well, thanks for having me, and maybe I'll get another chance to get in and commentate later.
Thanks, Brandon. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you, Jake.
And just like that, Dylan goes up gets that game. Great shot there to get to the 9 ball. So he's going to be up breaking again in this alternate format. Ronnie Alcano is still with the lead here, 4-2. If you guys are just tuning in here, we are at a Champion Billiard Sports Bar in Frederick, Maryland. And you're watching the Maryland State 9-Ball Championship brought to you by On the Hill Productions. I'm Jake Lawson. Thank you for watching BSN, the Billiard Sports Network. Young Dylan makes the ball on the break, has a shot on the 1 ball. Yeah, I agree. Brandon is a great commentator, very great friend of mine, sponsored by my company, Lights Out Billiards Apparel, so we're always happy to have Brandon here. Great guy, great player. We have Greg
up, brother?
McAndrews joining us. Greg, how you doing?
Great, man, great. Overcut.
So Greg is with us all the way from New York, so thanks for joining us down here at the Maryland State Tournament.
Oh, that was awesome.
Is this your first time in Maryland? You've been here before?
It's not my first time in Maryland, my first time here. I love this place. This
Yeah,
place
it's
is
great,
beautiful.
right?
Unbelievable.
Champion Billiards, of course, was home to Karen Core.
Oh, okay.
This was her homeroom. She was sponsored by Baltimore City Q's for many, many years.
Great player. Look at this cut. Uh-oh.
Yeah, great cut there by Ronnie,
Yeah,
but
well,
he's going to pay for it here.
yeah. This is interesting. He's going to kick. Okay.
He gets stuck there behind the 9.
Yeah. Yeah, if he could hit the bottom half of the 6, he might be okay here. Send the 6 up table, and then send the cue ball in the opposite direction. He just went slow. Well, he just hit a slower version of my shot. He hit it absolutely perfect. I'm scared to death to hit him that slow, but
It ends up working out for him.
yeah, no, he had a great shot. Great shot.
Leaves Dylan safe, so he's going to be kicking at this ball himself.
So Dylan's up and coming, huh?
Yeah, Dylan, 16-year-old out of Pennsylvania. He's won a bunch of junior events up there. Plays very well.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Did he hit the rail? I don't think he got to the rail. If it's not frozen, I don't think he got to the rail. Yeah, ball in hand. Well, do you play the combo and just draw back a little? I think that's what he's going to do here. Ronnie didn't go blind. It was interesting. 3 blinds, but there's some great players here. That just shows you how strong the field is.
A very strong field here. Of course, you have some of the local boys, Brandon Schuff, Sean Wilkie. And then, surprisingly enough, you have Clinty Kachi down here, who's been to one of our events before. Of course, Ronnie, this is his second time here.
I found that interesting that he followed that ball and didn't just draw back.
Yeah, I'm
you
surprised.
Make the 6 go forward a little bit. And now he's shooting over the 8. Okay. I guess he just follows across here, and let's see how the side pocket come above the side. Of course, be a little further away from the 8 than you want to be, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, nice smooth stroke there by Ronnie.
Yeah, I don't expect him to miss much, but it doesn't mean he didn't play it. He didn't play it wrong.
He likes to draw the 8 ball up, shooting down here on the 9, and no problem for Ronnie.
5-2. Okay. That's an interesting shirt. Is that the Filipino
Yeah.
cartel?
The Filipino Mafia.
Yeah. They all
Nick
have
Collins,
Putins.
thanks for joining us, buddy.
I do like this format, rack your own alternate break.
Table 10,
Yeah, it gives everybody a shot.
Yep.
Monstra, table 10, Justin Baronin,
Can't win with the 9-ball on the break.
table 7,
But other than that,
Baronin, William
Texas
Hogg,
Express.
table 7.
Of course, we have your wife is down here as well, Jennifer Beretta.
Yeah, she won her first match.
Another strong player, of course. So big monster field here today. Almost a full field.
No, it was awesome. It really is. Very impressed.
Well, we appreciate having you guys down here. It's these events have been going
And
very well.
The best part is it was an easy drive. I thought I'd hit a lot of traffic, but I didn't. So happy about that.
About how long did it take you to get down here?
4 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So we push in here.
Yeah.
Tough decision where to push. He's just going to give himself the edge of the 1-ball. Well, he might have given him the whole 1-ball. I don't know if that was on purpose or accident. Let's see what the kid does. I like that shot. I would have crossed the ball myself, try and go behind the 7-3. He went a little far, but I think he's okay. Nope.
Oh, wow.
No, you can see it. So now Ronnie's got to see if he can get around his 6-9 over here and play position for the 3-7 and not get behind the 5. This isn't easy. So.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have a little work to do there.
Or is he blind and he has to kick?
Might not. Yeah, it looks like.
Oh, wow. From here, it looks like he can cut it in the side. So he's looking at a kick. Okay. Well, then it was a good shot.
Of course, Ronnie is a 2-time world champion.
Unbelievable.
So
what a player.
He's a very good kicker, very good banker. Of course, most of the Filipino players are.
Well, he might try and kick this one rail on the side at this point.
Yeah, I mean, at least that'll give him the best shot to maybe even see the shot here on the 3. If he can somehow clip that 1-ball there in the side.
Is he playing this off the point and across?
Oh, wow.
This
look
man,
at this.
I love it.
Look at this.
I love it. Oh, good try. Don't hit the 3. Okay, now the kid's in a predicament. He's got ball in hand, but the 3-7, the 3 doesn't go. He's got to make a decision. Does he try and go into him? Does he play the combo?
Yeah, this is tough.
You can go up to the top rail and spin into it, sort of like this. Good shot.
Yeah, great shot. Now he's got everything open up.
Yeah, now he's just got to bear down and get out. Make sure he gets on the good side of the balls. And you just pull this back or you go to the rail and come out. He went to the rail. So the only thing about that is now you're a little bit funny on this 4-ball, but he should be okay.
He's got to be careful.
So he's jacked up over the 5 because he did that. But he hit it good. These young guys.
Fearless, right?
Yeah. Now back and forth. He should land perfect on the 6 if he goes back and forth here. Yep.
Yeah, great shot by Dylan.
I like getting on the inside of the 7. Let's see, does I draw all the way to the rail here, just like that.
Oh.
And he'll just come straight back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Watch out.
Nah, he knows he didn't hit it hard enough. He knows. Nice little out there. He got ball in hand and he took care of his business.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, Ronnie went a little longer on the push on the 1-ball. He wanted to just leave the outside edge of the left side of the 1-ball, and he ended up leaving the whole 1-ball, which allowed Dylan to play it safe. And then Ronnie tried to kick off the point, and it didn't work out for him. And Dylan ran out. So
it's good to see. It's good to see a match like this. You got a young, up-and-coming kid, 16 years old, playing a world champion, and you know this got to be a highlight for Dylan.
Yeah,
and he's just got to bear down. And
what I like is he's just playing his game.
Yeah,
you know, that's all you could do. It's not. It's easy to say, hard to do. Let's see a good break here. Has he been trying to crush him, or has he been trying to?
He's been doing a little bit more controlled
Yeah,
break.
okay, I like that break. He's gonna like that. Oh yeah, he should be okay.
Yeah.
If he could just pinch this 2 in the side, always a fun shot. A lot of times you hit the outside point on this one, and just slide over a little for the 4. Then you just got to worry about getting from the 6 to the 7, which is not easy. But this is the first shot. You got to take care of this one first. Yep. Just like what I said was going to happen, right? It's like standard operating procedure. That shot, it's just for some reason that shot screws with your eyes. I don't know why. I haven't figured it out. So many people hit it into the outside point and try and pinch it over like that. Well, he got a little lucky here. This is tough because you only have half the ball. If you hit the left side of the ball, you go right into the side. So you just got to make sure you hit the right side of the ball. As I said, so it's very tough to. Even though you have the whole ball to hit, you really don't because the side is right there.
Yeah, Ronnie's going to have to get him to gather himself here. We saw what happened when he scratched last time.
All you got to do here is manage your angles. You know, don't get straight on the 5 would be my goal here. And I can come over for the 6, and so I can come 1 rail across for the 7. 9's a big ball here. No. Decision time. You hit this low outside slow, or do you come back? If I think he hits it low outside slow, just like this. But then he might get straight on the 5. No, he's okay. No, he's okay. He can pound it over, but I like a nicer angle there. That was the key. You didn't want to get straight on that 5 ball. Nice shot. But he didn't have to come over that far. But he ended up getting okay. But I don't think that's really where he wanted to be. But it worked out. See, that's what I like. Point where you want to be. Take your time. Think about it. I think he just he got a little straight in the 5, and he said, "Oh, I just got to, I got to make this and hit it hard." And he didn't really think where he wanted to be. Where he took his time on that shot, he got exactly where he wanted to be. And that one there, he didn't really think as much as where he wanted to be. I don't think. Okay, he's still going to make this. Don't you worry. That's what these young guys do. Perfect.
Wow. Yeah, when that he just needed to come back off the rail by the 9, play in the same pocket. He bumps it.
Well, it looked like he got maybe slightly nervous there because he hit the 7 real hard, and that's why he jumped off the rail short like that on him and ran into the 9. Could have been really bad news for him, but he got away with it. And then he ended up. Usually, if somebody leaves you like that in a 9, you might make it. But when you leave yourself like that in a 9, when you were supposed to have perfect position, you tend to miss it. So, but I knew he was going to come with it. Great shot.
Of course, in this alternate break format, even though Dylan won that rack, Ronnie will get a shot here to break. So race to 7, Greg. I mean, you know, relatively short race. You know,
Tight. I like it.
You can't make too many mistakes, or it can cost you, especially in 9-ball.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Most people say, "Oh, long races," but there's way more pressure in short races. The mistakes have to be limited. Right? How do you like if it was a race to 3 or something like that?
Oh,
you know what I mean? The mistakes have to be limited. So you have to make it long enough for people to drive, though. That's for sure. 7 is about as short as it could be.
Sure.
Yeah. It's tight, though. You can't make many mistakes. Okay, let's see what Ronnie does. Let's see if he goes after these balls or controls the break. Oh, yeah. Scratching, though. Uh-oh.
I mean, I've watched Ronnie shoot a bunch of times now, and this is very uncharacteristic here. 3 scratches, relatively short time.
Man, this is laying nice. You just got to make sure that when you get on that 6 ball, you can get on the 7 ball. So the side of the 6 ball you get on is extremely important here. You don't want to have to worry about crashing into the 9. I mean, that's all this rack is. Right? I mean, it's where you get on that 6 ball. So if you can get straight in a 5 and take a stop shot, you'll just be absolutely perfect. So that would be my goal. Yeah, he wanted to go a little forward there, but he's going to have to follow with a little inside now and just try and get straight in this 5 ball. That's about it.
Yeah, that's a good
just
shot.
draw back, just 2 cue balls, and it'll be perfect.
Don't come
He's
back.
following. He's following
no.
2 rails. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't like coming into straight here. I'm not a fan of what he did there, but the angle might have been a little steeper than I thought. But he's maybe follow it a lot outside. Okay, 2 rails at it. Nice shot.
I mean, this kid is feeling it now.
No. He could take the same shot or he could just come back. It's up to him. That's it. Just make it and make the 9. He let up on that stroke a little. So he's a little further away from the 9 than he wants to be, but he gets down real nice on the balls. He's real confident.
Sean Wilkie, Chuck
Good
Sampson,
shot.
table 6. Sean
Oh, no,
Wilkie, Chuck
he believes he
Sampson,
can win.
table
He
6.
absolutely believes he can win. There's no doubt in my mind. He's not playing to lose, you know. He's not just playing to be here. He's playing to win. I like that.
Just like that, we're all tied up.
Yep. 3 scratches in a row, and the kid ran out every time. There was no mistakes, so he took advantage of his opportunities.
And that's, you know, a lot of these, this is what some of these players look for. You know, you catch a player like Ronnie, and, you know, you're trying to win. You're trying to bear down. And right now this kid is just, he's in his zone.
Okay. He controlled the break last time. He made the wing ball, but he didn't catch a shot in the 1, so I think he'll break the same way and just hopefully, well, he'll just hope that the, you know, a ball doesn't roll in front of the 1 on him.
Sure.
That's always the wild card. Oh, yeah, he's feeling it.
Oh, no.
Was that a miscue? Oh, he's supposed to let that keep rolling, right, per the rules.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there.
It didn't even look like he miscued. It just looked like he shot it there. That was funny. Looked like he was practicing. Now, are you allowed to just try and play safe and get the guy on 3 here, or do you have to break it, the other guy breaks?
That's a good question.
Getting the guy on 3 here is not that hard.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, Ronnie's just going to break him. I'd break him if I was Ronnie, too.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let's see if this Sphor just spun away on him. Yeah. When you start playing, when you're not playing your game, everything just rolls in the way all the time. So another push from Ronnie. He's got to be more selective with his push. He was lazy with that push at 5-2, and now he's in a dogfight.
Yeah, he doesn't want to let he don't want to let this kid shoot. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if this kid's feeling it, he might bank this ball. This seems like a little bit. Okay, now he's in trouble.
Yeah.
He banked it to the wrong side. You want to bank it short there, and then to the top rail. He banked it long, which is painful. So Ronnie's not got to navigate the 6-9 because the 7-8. He's got to get on that side of the 7. So he might shoot the 6-9 combo. It's not easy, but you know he's got to make that decision. Does he get under the 6 and play the angle and come across for the 7, or does he play the 6-9 combo? No, he hit this a little harder than he wanted.
Yeah.
Well, the bottom rails, I noticed when I first got it, it's a little bit more humid, so they're getting a little quicker to tables. They play really nice though, but all the people in the room and the heat outside. Yeah.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, I like this. So he's going to play. He's going to just get a little angle on this 6, shoot it in the top corner, and then come across for the 7. He's looking where he wants to be on that 7 ball. And then 7, 8, 9. So it's not easy, but I expect him to get out here because he is Ronnie. So just make sure you give yourself a nice angle here.
Tufano, Tina Malm, table 14. Miguel Tufano, Tina Malm, table 14.
Just a hair below center. I put almost no English on this, but I don't want to risk going behind the 8 here. So
Right.
just come right across. You don't want to have too much angle on the 7, but you don't want to go behind the 8, so just a hair below center is good. He didn't want to hit that a little bit harder than that, because now he's got to kill this with inside, I think, right? Low inside, slow.
Yeah, low and slow.
Low and slow. Yeah, and he's got to do a lefty or with the bridge.
Or of course, he's always got the option to go all
Up
the
and
way
down.
up.
Well,
Yeah.
if I'm hitting it with the bridge, I'm just hitting center ball and going up and down, maybe a little bit center, because I don't like hitting it low inside with the bridge. So I go up and down here. Maybe a hair outside, up and down.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's going to choose to do too, yeah. Now, you just don't... You don't want to get flat, but even if he gets flat, it's not the end of the world. He could shoot the 9 up the corner. Actually, that's okay because he'll probably just roll. I don't know if he has enough angle to punch out. If he does, he will. If not, he'll just roll to about a foot below the 9 and get out. But I think he could punch. You know, but why punch it, risk it boxing when he knows if he just rolls it up towards that rail there, he's definitely out. So he just went to check his options out. Let's see what he does. Yeah, why risk it popping out?
Yeah.
He knows he's 99 out of 100 to make this one, so. Oh, he went a little wide on that, but it held. It held for him.
Ronnie's first to the hill.
Yeah, Dylan had a chance there on the 1. That was the first mistake he's made since 5-2. He went for it, and I don't mind him going for it, but he's got to play short. Can't be hitting that bank long like that.
Chris Sutherland, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. If you just tuned in, we're here at Champion Billiards. I'm Jake Lawson. I'm here with Greg McAndrews. And you're watching Ronnie Alcano and Dylan Sphor, the Maryland State 9-ball championship.
Okay, Ronnie wants nothing more here than just break and get a shot and want to run out and have
run
nothing
out.
more to do with Dylan.
Exactly.
Because if he loses this rack 6-6, Dylan breaking. That's not a good spot to be, sitting in a chair when your opponent's breaking 6-6. Okay, 1 on the side. Let's see what this deuce does. It looks like it's going to hide. Oh, yeah, we got action. Now, this is a tough push. You're going to give him a free bank. If you push down to the bottom rail, he sort of got a free bank at the deuce. Or you could play safe.
He just chipped that 1 right in the side, and the 2-ball just rolled a little too far for him there.
Well, he knows how tough this push is. I mean, there's a thought of leaving him safe behind the 3, but the kick in is too easy with the 8 there. So, where do you leave a guy here?
Yeah, so if you're going to push, Greg, where do you like to leave the guy?
I just got to, unfortunately, it's not great, but you got to leave him on the bottom rail. You almost have no choice, because if you push, even if you're safe and behind the 3 and push where he's looking right there, if you kick rail first, the odds of you making that ball is so big because the 8 is a goaltender. You can hit it thin and go off the rail into the 8. You could hit it thick straight off the 8. You could hit it perfect and make it, and then you should come around nice. Unless he thinks that, it's risky because the 3's there, and if he does kick it in, he might get safe behind the 4, 9, 6, 7. So, but he's looking. He could push there and kick at it if he feels confident enough. That's not a bad spot, but or he could try and kick it in himself if he has enough.
Yeah, true. I mean, he could just.
He doesn't have enough, I don't think.
No.
But it's a bad spot, and he knows if he puts it on the bottom rail, Dylan has a good chance to take a free shot. But you might play on the kid's inexperience here and put it in a spot where you wouldn't put it if you were playing a more experienced player. So.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times some players even maybe push to a jump shot if they're good with the jump cue. So it's
yeah, he could roll it up a little because he's taller.
Sure.
Just roll it up a little and let him, take a jump at it. I don't like how close the 2 is to the rail, though. You jump it, you make it, and Whitey goes, onto the next table, and then all of a sudden the guy's running out on you. So, but it is an option. If you're a really good jumper, it's not. Yeah, see, I think, that, in all honesty, that might be the best option because if he pushes it a little further, he might be able to jump it, and Dylan won't be able to jump it just because he's a little bit taller. But we'll see.
Yeah, even if he
he's doing what I said. He's pushing safe. Which I don't like because I know Dylan knows this shot. And it's such a hard push, you might sell out. You might actually leave the ball right in the hole like he did. You know what I'm saying? You're pushing to a specific spot on the table, and now you left the kid. He could see this ball, I think. And if he can, I think he can play it off the 8. So the kid's just got to bear down. No, he can't see it, but he's got the kick in, like I said. He's got the kick in. Yeah, it's hard to miss it. That's what was really weird about that. You had such a high percentage of making that ball. Just like I said, it hit off the 8. And now he moved the 8, so the 4 goes. You actually want to hit it off the 8, so the kid made a great shot. Okay, just come above the 7 here. No English. Just draw above the 7. No, you hit it. That's okay. Well, stay strong.
Gabby Gonzalez, Chris Wilbur, table 9.
I don't know if he's got to stop. Would be nice. Stop. 7 in the side. Stop.
Yeah.
8. Up for the 9. Perfect. Yeah, it looked like he lands perfect on this ball. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit that. I don't know if it was the 4 or the 5. He got perfect on the 6. That was a great shot. Not because of the shot, because of the position. Yeah. So he ended up with all stop shots basically. Even this is a stop. You hit this like he rolls. He rolls forward just perfect. So if he makes this, it'll be 6-6. You know, he gets down on those balls with the same pace every time. I like that. He doesn't take, he doesn't let his mind get in the way too much. He plays at a nice pace, a nice tempo. Let's see, 6-6, and he's breaking. I said this isn't where Ronnie wants to be for sure, but let's see. I told you he shouldn't push there. I think I was right. The kid kicked it in, and
Now you got a hill thriller here.
I guess he just didn't give him enough respect. I would have rather seen him try, put it on the bottom rail and let the kid try and bank the ball. After I saw him bank the 1, I'll let him, last rack, I'll let him try and bank the 2.
Sure.
He's going to kick that 1 in, or 2 in, 75, 80% of the time at least with that 8 ball there.
Let's see if he can get a nice controlled break, pocket a ball, get a look at the next ball.
Okay, so he's thinking about where he wants to break from. He went back to his spot, his favorite little spot here. Let's see, nice control break. Don't hit it too hard. Uh-oh. Oh, he made the 1 on the side, but he followed that cue ball. He didn't want to do that, and he might land perfect. No, he's... Okay, so he's got to play safe here, I think. It's tough. You don't want to get into a safety battle with Ronnie, but I don't think he has an option here.
Yeah.
You can't even cross the 2 because the 7's in the way. So let's just get this cue ball down to the bottom rail. Okay, he tried to crash it into the 7. Into this.
No,
I don't think
I left it.
I think he left it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that. You should have put a little more thought into that one there, Jake. You know if you leave the guy a shot, he's going to probably run out on you. He's a world champ. So that's when you need to take your time. Really think about where the 2 ball's going. Think about where the cue ball's going. And really the thought there is if I don't leave him safe, let me put the 2 ball in such a bad spot he can't make it anyway.
Exactly.
Because you can't always expect to leave the person safe.
So if you're Ronnie Alcano, do you think you're feeling a little bit of pressure here?
He can't see it. I don't think he could see it. He's, believe it, at the angle, the camera sure looks like he could see it, but when I look at the table, and he would have shot it if he could see it already. I mean, yeah, you're definitely feeling pressure. If he can't see it, he's got to cross the 2 up and then back down and then send Whitey up behind the 3 with inside English, and hopefully not get a kiss. I think that's what he's debating. Is the kiss there or not? I don't know if he could cut this in the side or not, the kid. Let's see how sharp his eyes are and how big the side pocket is. Well, we can check right now. If not, he's just play safe down to the bottom rail. Or bank it. Just go all out and try and bank it. Which,
sold out there a little bit,
yeah,
Greg.
I don't like that you play the whole match tight like that and then you just open up with a wide open bank. Quick, too. He was quick on that one. Take your time. It's 6-6. He's probably a little nervous. Look at Ronnie.
No.
Afraid to win. Oh, we got to go. I mean, you couldn't have hit that any worse and got away with it.
Wow.
Wow. Unbelievable. I can't believe that didn't stay behind the 8, but now he should be okay, but I don't know after that last shot. He's feeling it, like you said, Jake, for sure. So, 2 rails out for the 4. Yeah, and if he gets straight in his 5, it should be over. Stop, make the 6 on the side, 7, 8 is... It's just all laying there right now. Okay, he'll come under the 9 from this angle. And you just play the 6 on the side, 7, same side. Get above that 8 and slide down for the 9.
Yeah, Ronnie should be out from here.
Yeah, he might be shooting the 6 in the corner. Oh, maybe the side. Depends. You can play it in the side and just slide over. It's up to him. depending on how that shot looks from where he's standing. I think he's going corner. And he hit that one like a man. Oh.
Yeah, this should be
Yeah,
all
it was
she
a nice
wrote
try.
here.
It was a nice try by the kid, but he just made one too many mistakes in that last rack. He had a couple of chances. He just made one too many mistakes. But a great match overall for him. He'll learn from it. That's the big thing. He just wants to learn from it. Go back and think about, where he had some opportunities and let him go.
And I think Ronnie was just about a quarter of an inch about hooking himself
Yeah.
behind that 8-ball. So
Oh, yeah.
he dodged it.
Oh, yeah. But still a great match. What a great match.